What's up, explorers? This week we're going to try something new, making our handwriting into a font. Now, I've never done this before, but I did try 2 different websites. The first one wasn't that good, which we'll see in the video. The second one I do recommend. It is free. There is a paid version. It's like $10 a month, and it just gives you like more options of like what you can have in your font, but it is nice still for the free version. So without further ado, let's get started. So for this first attempt, I used something called Your Font, and I basically just printed out the PDF that they gave me, and I started writing how I always write, and I wanted to try and capture the 2 types of ways I write, which is like, more normal or like straight, and then like there's the more flowy version. And since there was 2 pages of like the normal characters, and then there's like the special characters, I tried to include the different ways that I write, so the flowy and then the normal, and I think it was fine. But I definitely think in the second attempt I captured it more, and it was mainly because you could put in ligatures and it was like easier to see it. But yeah, for this first attempt I think it went okay. So for this first attempt, I did use pencil first, and then I went over it with a marker and then erased the pencil underneath it, just to make sure that I would be able to erase any mistakes if I wanted to change the letter before I really committed to it. And I think this did help. Now, for the second attempt, I didn't do this. I just did the marker, and halfway through my marker was dying, so I had to get a different one. But I think that it really helped me, get to know, what letters do I change the way I write versus what letters do I not. So then what I did is I took a picture of both of the pages and I put it in an Adobe scan and sent it to myself, and then uploaded it into the website. And I didn't really like the result. It was just okay, honestly. I thought it would be way better, and I've never used this program before, so I didn't know that it would be kind of like what I would call crappy. And I did realize that like you had to pay for it afterwards. It like wasn't free, and they made it out to be free, but I guess I should have like read the fine print where it says it's free to see the outcome of the font, but then you have to pay for it. So I did try it again just to see if I could get a better result, and I did the whole process again, and honestly it wasn't the best result. So what I did is I switched to a different website called Calligrapher, and boy, do I say this experience was way better. It was not only way nicer, but you could pick out what characters you want. Maybe you don't even want the whole alphabet, which I don't know why you would want to do that, but I mean, in the use case, say you just want like certain like ligatures, or maybe you can have different variants of the same letter. Maybe you want to do that, you can have that and put that in a PDF or a JPEG and print it out and write it. Or what I did is I did 2 different types. I did one where I hand wrote it with like a pencil and paper and I printed it out, and then I did one where it was on my iPad, because I found that it was a bit smoother on my iPad versus it, taking the scan and turning it into, actual characters. I felt like it was a little bit rigid. Now, you couldn't tell once I put it on the website, but I definitely felt like it was better from the iPad. But you'll have to let me know if you can see a difference. I think there's a difference. I also did for the iPad, I did more ligatures and tried to really hone in on the different ways I write, and I think that helps too. And I definitely think, if you really tried and kept making sure that this handwriting was like perfect and really captured your handwriting, I think you'd have a really nice font, and it was really easy to download. Not sponsored, by the way, but it was really easy to download, and it was free. And I did do the like $10 a month, just like for 1 month, just to see all the different things I could do. And it was nice. And here is just a little thing of both of them next to each other, the handwriting and then the iPad. I like both. I mean, I think I like the iPad one the best, but I think I would really want to try and hone in on the ligatures and get those a little bit nicer, because I think I had like a few things where it just doesn't look that good. But yeah, you'll have to let me know what you thought. And yeah, this is kind of the final result. That is it for the video, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. Comment down below what you thought and if you would try this on your own. It was pretty simple. I mean, I did do it like 3 times, but it was fun to see how our handwriting is as a font. We have a Discord too. I did mention that in the last video. So come and join us if you want. But that is it, and I'll see you in the next one.